right, welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we break down WrestleMania 42. We take a look at a more laid-back Raw after Mania. And Primo Eddie taps in with his Vegas experience. Plus, we reset and get back on track with what's coming up next. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on now. What's going on, Primo? What's up?
What's going on, dude? A very subdued hello today, huh?
I'm just happy to be back home.
Yeah, it's nice to be in your own place, right? Where you lay your head. Like, it's just nice.
Yeah, man.
Fun.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Well, not welcome back, but I'm glad you're back.
Yeah. I mean, Vegas was fun. Vegas was awesome.
I can imagine.
I just didn't realize like how much the grind is, and as a content creator too, it's just wild, right? Because you go there, and my idea was like, yeah, I'll just spend a couple of hours at WrestleCon, get some content, and then go have lunch somewhere cool, and then do some Vegas stuff. And it was like, nah.
No, that's working, man. When you said you were going out there, I was like, great, you're gonna be working, and that grind that has to be done, especially when it comes to wrestling conventions, and the people have to be there for such a long period of time.
Yeah.
And you have to be there to get all the content, because you don't know who's going to walk in a few minutes. To your point, you said you met some, fantastic people. Like, so it's unfortunate that you didn't get to see some of the nicer parts that you would have liked to have, but you got a lot of content. You got to hang out with a bunch of cool people, which you were saying. So it's great, man. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad you represented. Like handing out bracelets and stuff, right?
Yeah, bracelets, stickers, videos. I mean, you name it, dude. We try to make a presence for sure. Nice. People know a little bit more about the Primos now.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you for taking the time to do that, brother. I appreciate it. I was holding it down here, so I'm sorry about that. But
no, you good, man. You good. And speaking of props, let's just real quick. Let's just go down the list, and first and foremost, let's thank Vanessa and Jose Chavez, right? Because they definitely did some things to kind of make this trip happen. Vanessa surprised me with, a little roundup of some fundage, which was awesome. So thank you for everybody that contributed to that. And then Jose just locked it down with a contact over there with a stay, nice. That way that was taken care of. So that was one less thing that I had to worry about. So shout outs to them. And
thank you.
Yeah. And then shout outs to Cha-Cha Charlie for allowing us to go ahead and sponsor him and find a way for us to be on the other side of the convention, not just as a fan, but more so as like a vendor, as a content creator, as a sponsor, to be able to go there, set up with him, give out some freebies, get more people to the table, all these things. Like you said, it was work, but it was fun because it was definitely a learning experience. The grind doesn't stop no matter at what level you are, whether you're Cha-Cha, whether you're Will Ospreay, whether you're Bandito, whether you're Mick Foley. The hustle is the hustle, and I got to see all that. You know what I mean? So shout outs to that. Shout outs to the crew. Javi for being the correspondent, the guy on the microphone. He's killing it right now. We got over 45 videos that we still got to put out, plus some other things that we did before we went to Vegas. Chris Chavez, for shooting behind the scenes content. Our boy Phil, who we met out in Philly, right, at the Fourth Rope show, came out there. He squatted up with us, and he was the official, unofficial videographer. Nice. So shout outs to him. It was.
Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
And thank you, Vegas. I mean, the experience, the city is awesome. You for a long time you get like a common misconception about Vegas and what it really offers, but it offers so much more as far as food and entertainment and sports, and just the fact that anywhere you go, it's just a blast. And then last but not least, let's give a shout out to WrestleLit for a tremendous party that they threw to kick off WrestleMania week.
with independent talent and pretty much talent all across the board. But they were able to facilitate at Substance nightclub where wrestlers and fans alike could chill, could drink, and mingle, and just have it was just a vibe. It was a good time. So shout outs to them. Good job,
Yep.
boys. And that's it, brother. I mean, that's all I got right now. I'm sure it'll come to me later, but that was Vegas in a nutshell. It was fun.
Well, hey, well, just everybody, please be on the lookout for everything that Eddie's going to be dropping. You know, like you said, we got videos, shorts, reels, whatever you want to call them, depending on what platform we're using. But please be on the lookout, like, share, and all that stuff. And glad you're home safe. Glad you had a good time out there. Represent us well. Thank you, everybody who was out there helping us. Phil, Bobby, everybody, you know, all of it. So,
All of it.
thank you guys very, very much. And I think we've done enough chatting about this because we have 2 nights of wrestling, WrestleMania, and then 1 night of Raw to get into this evening, my man.
Yeah.
So,
Let's get it.
if you want to kick it off, I got the notebook, and you whooped my ass. Like you took it to me. I picked the beginning of the card and the back of the card just wrong.
Oh,
I flipped it. I thought they were gonna go with like the heels win first or like whatever it was,
yeah.
and but you had me, man. So
Yeah,
let's go.
no, but let's jump into it. All right. So night one, just to give a little perspective, obviously I was in town. We chose not to go to night one simply because the card was not just appealing to any of us whatsoever. So
I mean,
shout out,
outside of what Dom Fatu, yeah,
yeah. I mean, honestly, it was just
and then Cody Orton,
yeah, maybe three matches were the things that I liked. You know what I
Buckhair
mean?
Morgan. Those are the 3 I'd be looking at the layout here.
Right. We weren't crazy about it. So shout outs to Hobby. He was able to get us into stadium swim with some lovely folks out there, and we had a blast just chilling by the pool, grabbing a couple of drinks, watching the show. But let's jump into the first match, right? It was the 6-man tag that opened up.
Yep.
I honestly I didn't really care for it. By this time, Chris was already on like round 2 of drinks. So I was just like, okay, whoever wins, wins. I don't care. but we ended up getting the Vision ended up taking the win, correct?
No, wasn't it the Usos?
No. Because what ended up happening? See, I don't even remember. See?
It's
Vegas, baby.
been that long, which is that's why I was trying to get my notes up, but you're like, no, I gotta read the notes. Hang on. See?
Wait, no, I'm trying to think. No, I'm pretty sure the Vision won. Because or no, right? Because this kid messed up, right?
I show speed, which is why like this guy
Show
decked him
Speed
in the
messed
face
up,
or
right.
whatever. See, man,
My
this
bad.
guy, bro.
My bad, bro.
We have to cut most of this, huh?
Yeah, no, we're good. We'll keep it.
Jesus. All right. This is wow. Liv Morgan wins, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the rest. I just don't remember this match.
Visions win. Yeah, Vision win.
I told you, you see, like
No. I mean, sorry, Usos win.
right,
Them
and then they turn on
them in La Noche, and then
right,
they
and
turn
then
on
the Vision
Asha
turn
Speed.
on Speed, and then they come and help them. Yeah.
So
But,
you got that one. You got that one right because you
yes.
went Usos. I went Vision.
There you go.
That match was, I mean, you wanted to get I Show Speed camera time.
Right.
You wanted to get him, this shot of the frog splash onto the table because he's a content creator. He's going to get you more eyes. Got it. So made sense. Faces won, and then they turn on Speed. Speed leaves with Knight and Usos, if I remember correctly, or whatever. And I did not really care for this at all.
Exactly.
Didn't move the needle for me. This was very. I can like fold laundry while I'm watching this kind of thing.
Right. Exactly. And this is like why we were doing rounds of drinks at this point. Plus it was like the thing that they had to give for free on the first hour on ESPN. So it made sense. You know what I mean? So whatever. Yeah. But next match, we got the unsanctioned match between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. And this one was solid. Jacob looks like a force to be reckoned with, but he's always looked like this. And then obviously what happens on Monday Night Raw, which we'll get into later, it all makes sense why it turned out this way. So I
Right.
liked it. It was okay.
Yeah, it was a good building road or building block for the road ahead for Fatu and what you wanted to do, especially if this is what you had planned out
Right.
for what you get into on Raw later, which once again we'll get into. And McIntyre's, I mean, he's a company guy, so he'll do it. He can sell
Right.
the loss. He can take the loss and not come out looking bad because he
Right.
can still just come back and you can get a good feud out of this. But probably moving on. But like I said, Drew's a company guy, gets a big match, still, amazing performer. I was good here. I was happy. I was like, all right, solid match. You took Fatu. I went the other way. I was going Drew, and you got it.
Yeah. Well, apparently it was spoken over there that Drew was actually going to go and film a movie, so it made sense why he was going to take the loss because now he's
There
probably
you
going
go.
to take some time off. So
There
I
you
didn't
go.
know that part.
Time off. So yeah. All right. You didn't know that part. Backhand information. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I found that over there, so I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
I'm
But
kidding, man. Jodiendo.
I know. But okay. And then we get the fatal 4-way tag. And honestly, I was so unengaged with this match. I was actually kind of upset that they kind of went the route of the cheap pop to get Paige's return because I felt like she deserved a bigger moment than a WrestleMania return in a tag match. But ultimately, because of that, they ended up.
It's the grandest stage of them all.
Yeah, but not in a tag match. I mean, it would have been cooler if she interfered in one of the championship matches or like the Intercontinental,
No, but
not
you're not
in
gonna do
like
that.
a smorgasbord of women matches.
You're not,
You know what
you're
I
not
mean?
gonna, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna bring her back in such a strong capacity like that. You did. It's too much. They got to bring her back and ease her on in and everything. It's. I understand what you're saying, but I mean, I thought it was a decent spot. I think putting the belts on them was dog meat. I don't agree with that at all. But what do I know?
Right.
But I mean, glad to have her back. But you're not going to give her a top spot just for coming back. Like you're not. Unless you're going to have her take L's a la Nikki Bella, and you don't want to do that. Nikki Bella can afford to do that because she can walk away and retire.
Right.
Paige still wants to be around. So, my thoughts. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but wasn't crazy about this match. And then I think we both got this one wrong, right?
We both got this wrong. We both went with the forces retain.
Yeah.
And they did not.
They did not. Anyway, let's move on because this we were not crazy about night one. Next match,
night one was whack, man.
It really was. It really was. And then we got the Women's Intercontinental Championship match between Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. And I believe I was right on this. And I actually did enjoy this match. I like the way it was done, for sure.
Look at you. Look at you. Yeah, you picked it right. I went AJ. Solid match. I mean, it's Becky Lynch. I mean, for all the nitpicking you and I do when it comes to Becky Lynch, she's great. She's fantastic. You gotta give her flowers. Like she's, and AJ Lee is just old school veteran. It's you can liken it to. I'm watching, our Knicks just get smashed by Atlanta, being led by CJ McCollum, a veteran, because someone who knows how to do things. It's AJ Lee. She knows how to do things. Becky Lynch is a consummate professional. She's a veteran. She's the best, probably the best there is, according to Sports Illustrated. They didn't say it. She ain't say it. Everybody else saying it.
Yeah.
Right? So, it was a good match. Great win for Becky. Put the belt back on her. Now the question is, how long did you sign AJ for? Is she gonna be around, or is she just take a little time? Like, what's happening?
Right. Yeah. Definitely was one of the matches to get me back into the night, though. Like, because I didn't care about the first hour, didn't care about the tag. This match was like, okay, I'm paying attention now.
Fatu, man. Fatu.
Right, but still, it was all in the commotion. It was still the first hour. I was just like, still trying to figure out, is the pool warm? What am I drinking? Like, what's going on over there? Is that Joe Hendry? Is that Leon Slater over there? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot going on, man. All right.
Is the pool warm?
Yeah,
You're
bro.
Vegas,
it was
man.
chilly.
You're in Vegas, dude.
It was chilly.
Then don't go in the pool.
But it was warm.
I hate you.
All right. And then we get Gunther Rollins, and instant classic. I enjoyed every single bit of this match. This match really pulled me in, and I was like, now this feels like WrestleMania. I enjoyed every bit of this match. What did you think?
Great match. This is a testament to the professionals that both Walter and Seth Rollins
Walter.
are. Like they're like, this is why Seth Rollins is just great. I hate on him a lot, but I always say it, but he's fantastic.
He's good.
Gunther's great also. So this was a very good match. This is where I was like, okay, yes, all right, it's got that Mania feel now, kind of. Because Fatu, I was like, okay, good, great. And then I was like, we got here. I was like, all right, bet, cool. Like, very solid match. And then this was where we get the return of Bronson Breaker or Bronathan or
Bronathan. Yeah, Bronathan Breaker.
Where Bronathan Breaker's or it was Bronathan. So it was Bronathan Breaker. So he's been healthy for a little bit, trying to figure out what to do. And I think this was a great spot because now we have to also figure out what the Gunther Heyman situation is. Because
because there's a theory that went out the window on night 2. So
Pa' fuera.
Yeah, man. But awesome match. But then moving on to the last 2 matches of the evening, we get the Women's World Championship match between Vaquer and Liv Morgan. Formulaic. It went exactly as we thought it was going to go. We knew that the rest of the Judgment Day were going to come and interfere. I think the surprise, though, was Liv actually overcoming, because I thought Judgment Day was going to cost it for her and mess it up somehow. But decent match. It was definitely steady enough for me to be like, okay, let's get to the main event. So what did you think?
Right. Well, you had Stephanie here and I had Liv, so this is one of the ones I actually got right. I like the match. I like the interference. Putting the belt on Morgan was the move, because having Judgment Day cost her, as I now, hindsight being 2020, is like, you just got rid of Finn Balor. You've done enough shaking up. You can leave some stuff alone. Giving her this power and her being the queen now there is the move. So solid storytelling, good match. They're both great. Very, I enjoyed this one very much.
Yeah, for sure. And then we get the main event, the undisputed WWE Championship match between Kodith Raheem Rhodes and Randy Kareem. Is that what we what Orton, right? Which one do we go with?
No, guys, what do we use for him? Randall Kenneth Orton? I think we go right. I think we should go Randall Kenneth. No, we go Kenneth.
All right, yeah, that works.
We just go Randall Kenneth Orton. We respect the RKO around here.
We do.
I don't want to get hit in the face. I don't want to be turned around one day and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and I'm on the ground and Orton's just he's standing over me. So shit, how did this happen?
Facts. But dude, this match, it was good. As far as a wrestling match goes, it was really good. I think the one thing that would have made it better for me, though, right? Because it didn't make sense for Randall to go ahead and RKO Pat McAfee when he came back out to be the ref. I kind of wish it was a situation where when he did come out and he was, and Randy was getting the pin and he was getting the 1, 2, I wish he would have stopped. And then it would have been a situation where like he looks at Randy and it was like, I've been playing you the whole time because TKO really wants Cody to continue being champion. And then they lock eyes and then you're like, oh, wait a minute. Now Cody's going heel. And then it would have felt a little bit better because then you gave Pat a little bit more purpose. But then by throwing all that out the window, it's just like, what have we been doing the last couple of weeks? So I don't know, just a crazy fan thought. What did you think?
Yeah, man, you're asking for a lot, dude.
You're
asking for a Cody Rhodes heel turn. That's what no, are you out of your mind? They're not doing that yet. Are you crazy? He's the golden boy. They're not gonna do that. The reason he RKO'd him is because he didn't count fast enough.
Right.
That should have been a quicker count. Bum, bang. That's why I RKO'd his ass. Count faster, dumbass. You're supposed to be helping me. You're my boy, idiot. So yeah, no. This was a good one. I enjoyed this. I love the fact that they busted themselves open, the punt at the end that shut this man's eye, got him looking like Tyson just popped him once. Oh man, it looks terrible. Couldn't even open it from like pictures that I was seeing and stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy, but good match. The McAfee thing was sloppy since they started it.
Right. Fair
It
enough.
was sloppy since the minute he got in the ring, because you had no idea what he was doing, and instead of him speaking first and then doing something, I don't. It was just weird. This whole thing's been off. So, but good match. I wish they would have put on Orton for 15. I wish they would have, but I get it. Once again, he's the golden boy. Right now.
Right now. Yeah, no, fair enough. But before we move on to night 2, let's give night 1 a grade. Honestly, even watching it poolside, having fun with some friends, it was like a 6 for me. What did you think?
I mean, I mean, I want to give it more than the 6. Braun Breaker coming. You know what? I'm going 6.5.
There you go. Okay.
I'm going D. Like a fucking, like right before you fail.
Right before
like
you
6,
fail.
like 64 is failing.
Yeah.
Right there, 65.
Okay. All right, that's fair, man. I like it. Pero now we're gonna jump into night 2 of WrestleMania, and this
Look at the way
was,
you just perked up. Look at this.
yeah, bro. What a card from start to finish. So many emotions, so many incredible matches, every execution, every bit of this was fantastic. And let's just start with the first match of the evening. We get Brock Lesnar, Obafemi. What a collision between these monsters, and like the fact that Obafemi like overcame Brock Lesnar and just ended up taking the win. But then here's the part, Primo, that was crazy, because then we see Lesnar looking defeated, tears in his eyes, starts taking off the gloves, taking off the boots, and it sucked the life out of the arena, of the stadium at that moment, because regardless of how you feel about him, regardless of what's happening behind the scenes, as a wrestler, as a person that we grew up watching the last 20 plus years, nobody knew he was going to retire right then and there. Nobody knew that this was going to be the last time everybody in that room was going to see Brock Lesnar in a WWE ring as a competitor. And it was tears, man. Tears. Everybody started tearing up, and it was wild to see over 70,000 people with tears in their eyes for somebody that people might hate or might love as a wrestler, whatever the case is. But it was incredible. What did you think from La Casa? What did it look like on your end?
I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it.
No.
I was like, all right. I was like, later.
Oh,
Bye.
man.
I respect. I respect what he's done for the business. But I've never liked him as a wrestler since he came out. I've just not liked. I was tired of pushing the overhyped monster. It's just been this freight train of you throwing him in my fucking face over and over and over and giving him everything as soon as he comes back. No, fine. Yes, great. Respect what you did for the business. You got to go sometime. Right? Everyone has to go.
Yeah.
I mean, be sure people probably would have appreciated notice and stuff, but I think it was better. It made for better TV.
Facts.
But so I was, for me, it's I love the match itself.
Yeah.
I had poker going on over here, and it was Alex was here and a couple of my fraternity brothers and my homies, and I had it on, and everyone during poker just stopped and was just focused on this match because they're like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, Obafemi."
The future.
Like, they were like, "Jeez." So the match was great, and I love Oba. But the Blizzard thing, like I said, respect to him. You got to go sometimes. I understand the emotions of the people. I get it. I'm not here to belittle anyone's emotions or make them feel like my thought is better than theirs at all. Everyone feels the way they feel, and this is just how I feel. I just was okay, great, fine, like you're good, thanks.
Wow. Okay. I got to respect it, man. I got to respect it. I love it. I love it. I'm sure some of our primos and primas are going to agree with that sentiment for sure.
I just that pushing. I just can't push in my face anymore, man. Please, please.
All right, moving on to the 6-man ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. And brother, when I tell you what a match, it felt like old WrestleMania ladder matches between like Shelton Benjamin and all these folks that used to like
and
really put it all on the
Edge
line.
and Jeff
Yes.
Hardy and yeah.
Yes, bro. It was incredible. Just to see Penta and Javon Evans fly around and JD, and then see Rusev get, you know, a Mexican destroyed onto the ladder, or actually no, it was Rey Mysterio jumped over the ropes and jumped on him, but still, it was nonstop action from as far as we were and from our seats. It looked incredible, and then it was so good when we got back to the hotel. We rewatched it because that's how good it was. Because I wanted to hear the commentary, and it was incredible. What did you think?
That's just once again the table stopped. The table stopped because everyone was just like, I was like, ladder match, and they're like, all right. So then they're like, who we going for? I'm like, Penta. They're like, all right, that guy with the mask. I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right. And
there's like 3 guys with masks.
Yeah, well, but the red one, because once Penta came out and they were like, oh, the guy with the big fireworks. I'm like, yes, that guy, the guy who's the champ. And they're like, oh, okay. So the room was going for it, but it was, man, because I always loved the ladder matches like this. To your point, it feels like the old ones where they just take these risks where you're like, why? This seems completely unnecessary, but it's so entertaining. You know, it's that terrible thing of, you know, you can't watch a car crash, but like this, like, you know, it's so dangerous, so entertaining when done right. Thank God these guys didn't hurt themselves. But what a match. And of course, did the right thing. Penta retains.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this was like, I fell in love with everyone here more and more. All these cats.
Yeah, man. No, for real. It was an incredible match. Very happy, very excited for it. I like the Penta retain as well. Makes him look even stronger going into the new season of, you know, post WrestleMania. So for sure.
Okay, wait a second. So you had Lesnar, and we both had Orton, and we both were wrong there. So you had Lesnar, and I had Oba. So I got that right. And then we both had Penta here.
Yes.
Great. All right. Sorry. Wanted to keep up.
No. Thank you for keeping score. All right. Next match, we get Trick Williams versus the Gingerbread Man, Sami Zayn, which, by the way, funniest thing.
Samuel!
Bro, at WWE World, there is a T-shirt of a gingerbread man with Sammy's face on it. It is incredible. It was,
and you didn't purchase it?
No, man, no. I couldn't. No, bro.
What?
Awesome.
If you would have sent me a picture of that, I'd be like, get it for me in a large. I'll sell you right now.
But what a match. I mean, it's everything we wanted in that match. We wanted Trick Williams to shine, and that's exactly what he did. I just feel bad for the the backlash online that he's getting with his entrance. People think it's like a giant receipt. People think it's like toilet paper stuck to his tights, you know, coming out. I'm just like,
that was my favorite. It was him just coming out the bathroom and stuck in his drawers.
But what a fantastic match. I loved every bit of it, and I'm glad there was no Carmelo interference, and I'm glad it was a clean win for Trick Williams. What did you think?
I loved it because you know how much I love Trick. I got this one wrong. I took Zayn. You had Trick. I like the interference by Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, man, fucking get up in there. Why not? But once again, I feel like you could have had a good WrestleMania match with Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. This is what you want to do. I still don't understand the insertion of Samuel. I don't get it. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. Like, just to have him drop it, you know, a week later to Trick, like, then give Trick and Carmelo another shot, you know, and then you know, give us that over the past 2 weeks. Replay all those NXT matches for us. Give us highlights of those. You know, give much better than this. Like, I understand. Okay, like, then they've been, you know, good on the mic. Him and Trick and Zayn together,
right?
But I think Mello and Trick would have been a lot better. I think you could have still given him his moment. Carmelo takes a loss at Mania, but it's a proper loss.
Yeah.
Not on a SmackDown leading into Mania when he's had the belt and he's carried it for a little while now.
Right.
So that annoyed me more. As much as I'm happy for Trick and I'm glad because I love Trick, me and you will do. Like I'm like that annoyed me because I'm like this you could have did this. You still could have done this. I made everybody look a lot better and still
Right.
done something where people aren't like as annoyed because now it's not that people are pissed at Sammy. They're just annoyed.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Just, cut the bull and just be the heel that you are trying to be. Just do it. Just commit. That's it.
simple.
Yeah, exactly. But overall solid match, but then we get a return of the demon Finn Balor contra Dominic Mysterio, which I loved his entrance. If you peeped, it was a bunch of luchadors that were wearing his mask and his shirt, but they're actual independent like wrestlers that he likes and follows. Gave him like a spot for them to come, down with him and stuff like that. So I thought that was a pretty cool little Easter egg thing. Finn Balor looked incredible back as the demon, and the match was great. I mean,
I love the
we
demon.
expected it to be, right? And we knew, like you said it, you don't bring back the demon for him to lose. And he took the win, and it was fantastic. What did you think?
Awesome. I love the demon. I've loved
Yeah.
the demon back when my nephew would still go watch wrestling, and this is like 10 years ago when I had a Demon Balor shirt because I love this dude. I was like, oh man. So to bring the demon back, I was very happy with. Dominic's great in the ring, but Finn Balor is just on a different level sometimes. And I mean, he looks very good here. And
Yeah.
it's just a shame. Like they have to figure out a way to get him more involved, in something more promising, which I think might mean an IC run at some point, which means him versus Penta, which I mean, tell me that
Yeah.
wouldn't be like
Yeah. Demon
wow.
versus Penta? Absolutely.
Wow.
Yes, please.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. The fact that you put it out there already, I'm like, yes, I want to
Oh
see
my
that
God.
now.
Why are we waiting? Why is Rusev out there on Monday Night Raw? What the hell? Demon.
Demon.
But yeah. This was a very solid match. This was WrestleMania. This was WrestleMania. I was like, yes, this is the card. This is the one. Like, I was like, yes, night 2 is killing it so far. Killing it.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're leading down to the last 2 matches of the evening. We get the women's WWE Championship match between Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley. Yeah, solid match. Jade looked really good. I really thought she was going to retain at that moment, but obviously they gave it to Rhea.
Yeah.
I still feel like she doesn't need it because then it was weird to see her open up the show in a tag match on Raw because it's like, why give her such a huge moment for her to, do that? But whatever.
Well,
But
you give her a light night because she only has to wrestle a quarter of half the match.
I guess
She only can wrestle half the match, so you give her the night off because I mean, Io was there at Mania. She helped her.
Yeah,
because there was chicanery and shenanigans from Beachin.
Yeah,
How hard were you screaming, Beachin? Were you screaming, Beachin? Beachin, carajo, Beachin! Vamos!
Yeah, man, it was great.
This was I was hoping that Jade would take the win so you establish her a little bit more because we both said it. Rhea doesn't need it. But I think that's what they said there. And there maybe is Night of Champions, not Night of Champions. Is it Night of
Backlash?
Champions when they face off against each other or Crown Jewel where the champions face off against each other?
No, Night of Champions is when champion is champion versus champion.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because we'll talk about Raw later. But no, I because they seem like they were doing the separating when Rhea was like, okay, Io, like, go and defend my championship. I'm out.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah, decent. A match to keep the pace leading into the main event, that the one that we've all been waiting for, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. And when I tell you that this was a classic as well, blow for blow, it felt real. It felt important, kind of like a Rock Hogan or Rock Stone Cold. It felt like that match wise, like wrestling wise, but overall, well done. I love how like they really gave it all they got until the end, where even Punk was like missing like punches and things like that. And then ultimately, the big dog, Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the OTC, gets the win. Very happy with it. What did you think?
Good match. Good match. I mean, and Roman won, which I mean, as much as I picked Punk, like, and I said this, I was like, I picked Punk, but I know Roman's gonna win. Like, it's Roman. Yeah, I understand it, and you know, I'll be around all summer. Like, ooh, I wish you can come to work. Great, thanks, Roman. Um, like, it was good. What I didn't care for was the depiction of making Punk seem like an old man at the end. Like, I understand you've been playing that, but now he's just like too tired. I can't pick him up. I'm so tired. Like, I'm so like, come on, man. Come
He gave it his all,
on.
man. He gave it his all. It was good. I believed it.
Fucking gave it his all.
All right, well,
Where gave it his all. Man, she's like a bitch, bro. Man, she's like a punk. Man, she's like a punk. Ay, no,
ay,
puedo. Like,
ay, no,
ay,
me
no
duele.
puedo.
Ay.
Ay. Deja de comer, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
stop. Like, come on, man. So that's the thing that got me. But that's me, and I'm truly nitpicking because it was a great match. It was good, and Roman got the win, which is technically the move.
that's it. That's it. Yeah, man. And that wrapped up night 2 of WrestleMania. I straight up give it an 8.5, maybe even a 9 because it was that engaging, that much fun. It was so
Oh.
good that I went back and rewatched it. I've seen it like twice already, 3 times because I enjoyed it that much. I have not gone back to see night 1 whatsoever. You?
No,
What's your grade?
no, why'd you do that? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 9.
Ooh,
That ladder match was fantastic. The ladder
yeah,
match was fantastic. Everything minus the CM Punk thing there at the end was good. I mean, no, I mean, once again, that card just you know was just a lot better. I mean, you started off with Obafemi just coming out and just taking
yeah,
it to Brock, like Penta, yeah, fit the demon trick winning the belt, like that's 9,
yeah,
real
facts.
quick, yeah.
Yeah, I like it, man. I don't disagree. It's good. It's a good grade. Now, let's jump into the Raw after Mania, which let me just start off by saying I was really upset. I got last minute tickets. Right.
Wait, what?
And
Oh, what
right,
happened?
exactly. And we're so used to having like crazy debuts and crazy returns and da 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 da. And all we got was and no shade on them because it was still okay episode, but we
Right.
got Ethan Page, awesome to see him against Javon Evans. We got Sol Ruka against Liv Morgan, which was also great. The
Mhm.
return, genuine pop of the Street Profits. Very happy to see those guys. And then the only thing that really stood out to me at the end was Jacob Fatu, who is a SmackDown guy coming out of nowhere to challenge the tribal chief. I love what they're setting up for Backlash. At that moment, I look at Javi and I'm like, great. Now we have to go to Backlash just because we got to see this match and we're going to figure that out. But that's all that really stood out to me. What did you think of the episode?
Okay, let's see. Soruka, let's start there. Great. She looks
Please.
absolutely fantastic. Just, I mean, what an athlete. She's great. Interrupting Judgment Day, I thought was fun because you gave her a match with Liv. Liv gets the win, shows why she's the champ. So Ruka's too busy focusing on the other parts of Judgment Day to stay engaged in the match. So I thought that was great way to bring her in, and then also her homegirl came. What's her name? Like
Oh, Zaraya, because they had
yeah,
a match on NXT the next night. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right. So she came in and fucking smashed her up a little bit. You got an assist, but no, that was a good match. I think the debut of Ethan Page against Javon Evans. I didn't care for that. I don't think Javon should have taken the L there. Like, I don't
Um,
like Javon taking a loss there. I think losing a ladder match is fine, but you're trying to push this kid. I understand you're trying to push Ethan Page too. So I think there's somebody else you could put in this spot. So I didn't really care for that. That Penta came to help is fine. Rusev coming out, I'm like, oh, okay, we gotta deal with this Yahoo now. Like I want the demon. I want the demon. Um, and then we get the like Balor and JD are going through do a little spat now.
which was a good
20
match. Yeah.
years, 20 years. I've been your mentor. I can't even do an Irish accent, whatever it is. But
Your mentor.
like whatever. So and then the Fatu thing, dope. Yes. That was fantastic. How did it open? Shit, I'm trying to remember. There's a couple things I was just like, I don't really care for this. Like why? So I don't even want to bother even talking about it because I can't remember right now at this moment. But yeah, the episode was fine. Oh, the Prophets.
Yes.
The Prophets was a great call. Because you're bringing Braun Breaker back. That's the other thing. The Vision came out, Heyman came out. Pay respects to Brock Lesnar, and then was like, Vision's back, and here he is, Braun Breaker. Then we get Seth Rollins comes out, starts working him over before Bronathan eventually takes over and just whoops his ass. So that was dope. But to have the Prophets come out and mess with Division, I think is great. And I'm glad there was a genuine pop there because I love Tez. I was I'm big Montez Ford fan. Big Montez Ford fan. So this is good. I was happy. So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, man. But I was there, and it was like a 5 for me. So
okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
What about you? What do you give it?
Well, because I mean, I feel like because I've done this too, where when it was here in the city, where I've gone to the Mania and then I've gone to the Raw afterwards, and the Raw afterwards is you're always just kind of like kind of putting like tired and just over the people on top of you and stuff like that. So I think that also takes away from it. But yeah, I'm gonna go like 6. I'm not trying to save it. I'm just like I've been where you are, and you just like that also doesn't help. Where you're just like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, man. But overall, Vegas was awesome. It was a good weekend for WWE. I really enjoyed WrestleCon itself, just to see so many, legends and up and coming independent wrestlers, as well as people on the other side of the fence, like in AEW. For us to see Will Ospreay, Bandito, Willow Nightingale, people like that, Tommaso Ciampa, you know, Paul Walter Hauser, like Karrion Kross. The list goes on. It was Carlito, Chavo. You know what I mean? Like it was awesome to meet these folks and shake people's hands. The Hurt Syndicate. You know what I mean? Like, but
yeah, I saw that picture. That's dope. Yeah, man, that's dope. I love you, Shelton Benjamin. I love Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah,
Benjamin.
we love Shelton Benjamin. But overall, very excited to come back home. Very excited to get some work done and get back into the swing of things. We have a whole bunch of people that are aware of the Primos now and that also want to come onto the show. So stay tuned for that because we got tons coming down the pipeline. But since we're in the groove of things now, let's go ahead and take this opportunity, Primo, to thank all of our primos and primas. Thank you to all our listeners that, give us the shout outs, give us love and support, and check us out on all the platforms. Thank you to all the new friends that we made over at WrestleCon and in Vegas, whether it be new listeners, new followers, and just new friends, man. It definitely was a vibe and it definitely was an experience. But if you missed anything or you need to go back and check out some of our stuff, where do they need to go to do that, Primo?
Primosforlife.com, www.primosforlife.com, that is. When you get there, check your preferred platform and see what you like. Hit the follow, smash, like, notifications, all of it. We keep noticing the numbers are going up. Thank you, muchísimas gracias. We can't tell you how much we truly appreciate it. It's a great ride we're on. It's better when you're with us. So please, please, please stay there and keep following, liking, commenting, send us messages, DMs, all the stuff, comment on some of the things. We can go back and forth, have a little banter, some fun, So thank you very much for being there. We appreciate it. We love you. Couldn't do it without you. We will see you when we see you.
Yeah, we will see you when we see you. Take care, everyone.
Right.